Now in the past, the role of the lake and the step well was very, I will say, serene. In terms of lake was for the purpose of use for most of the year, 7, 8, 9 months, and for farming, drinking, domestic, cattle and everything. Well was only for the high summer. So when you could walk into the well and get the water from the deep aquifer or from the ground. So well in the past was what we do now with the motor. There was no motor in the past. That's why you have step well. So jitna pani niche rahega. So this pani was for most of the time, but that pani was only for the summer. And of course that is also a public space where people used to come and meet, and all trading and all kind of community activities will happen. Now that is now privatized with some god and everything, but in the olden past there used to be no religious tag on any of these step wells, and neither on the lakes. Lake has no religion, like the water has no religion now. So now what you see here is a deepened Asarwa lake. Very small, by the way, less than 50% left after this big mega project done under the National Lake Conservation Plan. Why these big mounds? Because the lake was excavated. Because the lake was deepened, and transportation of the mined soil. I say it mined soil because it is an unethical activity. The transportation of the soil is damn expensive to do. So when the lake is bigger, you will find islands and the mounds. Mounds are result of deepening the lake, and the reason for deepening the lake is that you want to ensure, because you have to get some approval kind of thing from irrigation about water and all. You want to ensure that the area or the volume of the lake, not area but the volume of the water capacity of the lake remains same. So by grabbing this amount of land, more than 50% in case of Asarwa, किसी ने वो देखा है वस्त्रापुर, छोटा सा कटोरी रह गया. I have seen Vastrapur 4 times bigger than that. So to ensure that the capacity of the lake is same, you deepen the lake, you get lot of soil, and that soil has to be brought somewhere, and easy becomes mound, and mound is very justifiable thing for urbanites. Wow, there is a garden and there are grasses and beautiful unnatural plants and trees, and they let us see the things better. Now because of these mounds, few things have happened. We have forced the water to come to the lake through only these 2 inlets which are made, and Asarwa floods within 1 hour of rain. Because how will the water go? Where will the water go? इस प्रोजेक्ट में मुझे खाली कंक्रीट दिख रहा है, क्योंकि ये पानी भी मेरे स्टेट से आया है जहां मैं पली बड़ी हूँ, जो कि नर्मदा का पानी. ये पानी असरवा का पानी है ही नहीं. तो थोड़ा बहुत बारिश का गिरा होगा जो सीधा गिरता होगा, बाकी आसपास से पानी आ ही नहीं सकता. इसमें आप कोई भी साइंस लगा लीजिए, हाइड्रोलिक्स का कोई भी साइंस लगा लीजिए, ठीक है. तो ये जो पानी आपको दिख रहा है ना, दिस इज अगेन वो टिक मार्क वाला पानी है कि तालाब में पानी होना चाहिए. I want to also tell you an interesting story of the National Lake Conservation Plan. India had its first lake conservation plan in 2004, approved 2008. Ahmedabad used it 2011. That time, lot of projects. Vastrapur was a classic model for us to do lake development. So then they did this within the National Lake Conservation Plan. एक CDP बनता था, जवाहरलाल नेहरू अर्बन रिन्यूअल मिशन प्रोजेक्ट था, जो अब बाद में स्मार्ट सिटी हो गया, and also on and so forth. With the National Lake Conservation Plan coming into action, after the National Lake Conservation Plan was accepted by the city, there were 2 main things every local authority across the country had to do: designate your lake and delineate your lake. Designate means you identify that this is a lake, then it cannot be changed to any other activity. Delineate, this big is the lake, then you cannot change the area. 630 in 1999 in my master's thesis, 2011 in my PhD thesis, 122 lakes. So a national policy that comes to protect the lakes eats up 520 lakes in the city. So now you will be surprised to how come. There comes our intelligence, you know, how to designate. Is this a lake? How big will be the lake? So we ate most of the lake because you have to understand a lake lost is a land gain. And in a city, we have value for land. We do not have value for lake. Do you know how much a lake will cost? How much will be this lake worth? You may not know, but you will know यहाँ का भाव क्या चल रहा है. What is that bhav? That's the bhav of the land. A bhav of the lake is measured from the bhav of the land. And that's where we go wrong because there's no value assigned to water, birds, fishes, algae, plants, nothing. There's no value for it. So for long time we plant cities based on land because lakes, water bodies, rivers were part of the national government, not of the local government. So when they had to calculate water, the water was calculated by the irrigation department. It was none of the business of the Urban Development Authority and the municipal corporation. The water that you see now is barely of the rain because you have to understand that the rainwater actually cannot reach it. So what we have done as education system very well कि हम लोग हर चीज में जैसे टेंडर में होता है ना ये कर दिया और जैसे एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म में होता है भरने के लिए ये कर दिया वो कर दिया ये कर दिया वो कर दिया टिक मार्क लगाते हैं ना ये कर दिया वो कर दिया उस हिसाब से इसमें सब कुछ सब कर दिया. मैंने देखो मिट्टी रखा है इनके मेटिंग और प्रोक्रिएशन के लिए, गार्डन बनाया है, कुत्ता भी खड़े होने का जगह है, आदमी को भी फोटो खींचने का जगह है, मछलियों को रहने के लिए भी पानी है. इनका इंटीग्रेशन है क्या? ये किसी ने नहीं. बनाने वाले से उसका क्वालिफिकेशन भी नहीं पूछा जाता है कि भाई साहब आपने कभी पानी पढ़ा भी है कि नहीं या कभी पानी के बारे में कुछ किया भी है कि नहीं. लोअर बिड पे टेंडर चला जाता है और लोग डिजाइन भी कर देते हैं.